Okay. Very good. Good evening, everybody. Today is Thursday, May 16th. This is the meeting of the Golf Commission. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That was my fault. Your version. Public school. You know that. I'm sorry, just forgive me. And we're not getting more of this, so no. Thank you to all of our service people for serving. What's the citizens? Do you have anybody here from the citizens? We have.
Yes.
Mr. Dave Ivano from
136 O'Connell Drive.
O'Connell Drive. Do you have anything that you want to
No.
speak about? No? Okay. Then we'll just move this along. First of all, I'd like to welcome Lucas Van Zandt.
Lucas, thank you.
Lucas, he is our newest member.
Yeah.
Alina, for you, that is VAN space capital ZANDT. So Alina's taking notes. Very good. Okay, approval of minutes from April 18th. Has everybody seen the minutes? And read through them? Except for Lucas. So yes, we've seen anyway, it doesn't matter. Any comments, edits? On that, my only comment is, did the flash drive presentation, has he put up on, has that been taken care of, Song?
I'm still waiting on somebody.
Have you contacted them? Okay.
Actually, I saw him over the weekend, they played, so they fell down.
We did miss one thing here, and I saw Rob walking in, so present are Sal Guerrero, Seb Senya, Jim Norton, Bill Richards, Jimmy Green, Lucas Van, and walking in now at 6:02 is Rob Labar. Okay, Labrie.
Hi, guys.
Okay, so that takes care. So can I have someone make a motion to
I'll make a
approve?
motion.
Motion to approve by Seb Senya, second by James Green. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All against? Perfect, unanimous. Old business, front sign. Okay, so I'm not sure where we're going with this thing, but I did see it. And so Saul, perhaps you can expand upon that.
So y'all see the two quotes on it,
What is this for?
for whatever, the picture that was sent to me. Where it has part of the course under,
But has this been approved by the town?
no, I'm just getting prices.
Okay, I'm sorry, I understood, okay, I understood. We need to go,
I approached Ramsey with the prices.
got it.
And
Now I understand.
he doesn't wanna do it.
No?
I even said, I'll do half. He's like, don't worry about it.
Okay. Then that's
Unless he's changed his mind again,
right,
that's what I'm going with.
fine, and that's why you attach this stuff also?
Well, that's, someone had questions about renovation.
Got it. Okay, so we can get into that later on.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay, so front sign is done. Driving,
Driving range, I'm gonna pass around some quotes on bedding,
and this,
the design,
what is this for?
driving range bedding.
Yeah, I know, but what part of it?
So the whole 18 driving range side,
The whole side?
no, I wouldn't say the whole side, but in the woods, right? Someone said in the woods and then over to the right of the range.
Okay,
So otherwise, you're talking like the right side as you're coming in.
If you're on the range, it would be in the left. If you're on hole 18, it would be on the left as well.
You know that.
Yeah,
So,
but it's not, it shouldn't be in play for 18, it would be more on the driving range side.
right, so otherwise, it would be more on the right side.
no, he's talking about the,
If you're looking at the driveway, if you're looking at the driveway this way, right?
Like if you're hitting off the map.
Hitting off the
Yeah.
map. So it would be on the right hand side, you're talking about?
Both.
right in, so
Early
trees,
right,
by the trees.
early right. So, cause I know y'all been saying like if you shank one, it might go to right where the bunker is,
Yes,
right? Early right there, and then alongside the woods where it might not roll to 18.
Right.
I don't think you
I
we can afford something that's gonna sound from flying over the tree.
no, but no, then that's fine, but what, I'm looking at this with that's it right now, so I see 830. There's a whole bunch of different prices on it.
Yeah, well, these are all different lengths and sizes. Right,
Oh,
so you
I-
have,
okay.
12.5 by 150, these are all barrier nettings, so we would still have to put them on poles. But,
This
you
is
know,
just for the netting.
yeah,
Got it.
I'm
Right.
thinking you need at least 10 foot up, maybe like on the left side of the driving range, 50 yards long. Right?
I'm more worried about what, you're gonna bring it down and around?
Yeah, so I don't want it to interfere at 18 to where you have to go room. Right?
I'm more worried about the cars getting hit from people coming
No,
up.
that's on the right side.
That'd be on the right side. So
No,
basically.
people on the left side on 18.
Coming up the path.
Coming up the
Oh,
path,
so-
so cars getting hit there, I mean, I can't understand.
Well, there, if you're talking there, that needs to be more than, how high do you think that should be?
I don't think that has to be higher than the arborvitae's that are right there. Now, I just
Because
still
it kind
can't,
of dips, doesn't it?
yeah, but I can't even understand how people, how you hit a wall over there, for the life of
I
me.
love the trees would stop all that.
No, there's walls going down.
Oh, this was, it used to, but because of, what do you call it, the cook,
It's
it's low and it comes in.
You can't,
Well, no, but you can't really do it because like, being honest, with you, because the way, this is the range. And on this side, you got the evergreens there, the green, the pine tree there. And so the only thing that, there's a trap, you got a trap there. So if you can just get this depth to go there.
if you put.
If we're in that area, and that's it. I'm talking about the left side.
Oh, left
That's the left side.
Where the car
Driving range is, you're coming up 18.
Yeah.
So with the bunker's here. So with that bunker is, you can put in that, on that side and that's it. You don't, I think that's what should stop that, but.
I wouldn't even do
It's
that,
hard
I
to
just go
visualize,
straight out.
maybe,
Yeah.
we really have to like go there and point these spots out
Right.
and talk about it.
Yeah.
Is there a problem? I mean,
Well,
somebody,
the problem I'm seeing, one, there's golf balls going to 18.
Yes.
Cars getting hit.
Cars getting hit, but also people getting hit, or almost getting hit, you know,
No one got hit yet.
not yet,
okay,
but.
So more of it would be the right side, because when you're coming up into the golf course, that's where the ball can hook in. It's your car coming in.
That's a shame.
That's the change.
That's the.
You got a lot of kinks here.
And that direction's like what
I
you
don't-
want through.
Exactly.
Well, yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
but if you're left too.
Well, that too, right, so maybe, we need to put, the trees aren't doing it, we have to put some after the trees, is that what you're saying?
On the left
On
side?
the left side?
Yeah, it's going, they're going through, I mean, they
Yeah.
cleaned out from underneath there, right, but there's still balls going in there, and there's balls going down, and they're hitting cars, I know they're hitting cars, 'cause I've seen it happen, so. That's where to me, the most
Almost like
concerning,
behind the trees.
well, if you put them in front of the trees, right, the trees would act as a separate barrier, and just go straight out. That kind of makes more sense, but. I mean, look, this is, I don't know if you've ever been to the forest.
We would have to walk
You'd
it,
have to walk it.
you have to walk in and see it, they'll clean it up.
You know, okay, all right.
It's really for safety and.
And this is just for the netting, so what would you think,
Then you.
how about your poles, and who's gonna install it?
Well, that, you know, it's not really, there's companies will do it.
Yeah.
You know, we're seeing how much we really like looking to spend on this. You know,
I think it would.
I don't think you need to go 50 feet high, that's,
I mean,
no,
talking
I think,
like
I think that's
Keep
fine.
going 50 feet high and we can dig,
Maybe,
but
what, 13 feet should be more than enough, no?
and the quality, you never know, so.
That's,
Well, let's see, you know, are we looking to put this on our long-term project list? Or is this something that,
well, you have funds left over from this, from this, what we're gonna have funds left over.
there's gonna be hopefully a surplus, yeah, to put it.
I don't know, over $100,000. Realistically, if you use this year's numbers, I mean, last year's numbers, revenue numbers, they stay the same. The only thing increased were our expenses, right? So you're talking about 120 is what you're projecting for the next couple of months, right? And so even if you say 5%, right, jacked up on 5%. So you're still talking, let's just say 110, even though so you give yourself a little bit of leeway, right? That's still $110,000, right? So those cents give this right back to the town without reinvesting into the golf course, right? I mean, because it just goes back to the general fund, and that's not, this is the golfers have paid for this. This is their, you know, this is paid out of their pocket, right? They expect the money to go back into the course to reinvest, right? And that's what we've been talking about time after time. So, you know, does Jerry need stuff? You know, does he need equipment that we can or supplies now that we're talking about, because we were in a situation last year, and kind of get into this real quick too, but it's something that we really have to think about. He ended up buying over $100,000 worth of fertilizer in July. I mean, this is the dumbest thing in the world. I mean, we got money, it's. We paid it, get that in June. I mean, we turned back how much, $150,000 last year.
But you pay for everything,
Well, then, you
it's the program.
well, that's okay. So you pay, you talk to them and pay for it in June.
I mean, that's the plan, we're planning on putting money away, can you put every single dollar away? I don't think you can.
Oh, you can't, but
There's only a certain amount you can put away. We're waiting, I mean, I'll go over it later, but we're waiting to get, all our numbers for the year and close all our accounts, such as payroll, invoices. We're not gonna look into that now. We're gonna wait till July.
but the books close as of,
Well, once it's closed in July, now you know what your surplus is, then you can start talking about what we can take away from.
well, even that, I mean, right now I buy, how could I say this? I would buy supplies that we know that we need in the future, with this year's funds. And yes, that would reduce the amount of surplus that you have,
So you
but,
mean you have a backup? That's what they, yeah,
I mean, we're being recorded, I can tell you some things that we used to do, but I'm not getting into that, but
But I mean, you
you have to be
would you
smart.
rather spend it on, supplies or?
You're gonna spend it
save
anyway.
For, a bigger project like a surplus. It's,
We're gonna do
if
both.
you use it for supplies, it's not a surplus,
A little bit.
you're taking away from your surplus. So you have to make up your mind, are you looking down the line for bigger projects? Or you want me to use some of that for now, just to use money?
And so I would say, put some away for a rainy day, for projects. But I think this here, the netting, is a safety issue.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying we're not gonna do it.
I would say, this is not long term, this is something that needs to be done
Yeah,
soon. Than later, because if somebody gets hurt, someone's gonna get sued.
Yeah, right, so what's that gonna cost? I mean, realistically,
We got to figure it out.
yeah, but $5,000. That's
You're talking to safety issue, maybe we can get funds elsewhere, just like, we're saying the bridges are a safety issue, right?
right.
So, but that voice needs to come out now, maybe that's something.
So we need to- Right.
We start pushing and start talking about, but first thing, you have to see where these nets are going, how much netting we need. And, finish this out, so we can move forward.
Is it an ongoing problem or
No, it just started, I mean.
people should start shanking or?
No, it's, no one's got, it, right, like,
No.
no, we're just forward thinking.
The trees started to get trimmed on the bottom because they were so overgrown, it was ridiculous, so they started cutting back and doing maintenance.
But not just because the balls are getting caught up in there.
Yeah.
You can't get the balls out, but somebody gotta go in there and pick the balls and get them out of there,
Yeah,
because they gotta be hitting it.
Yeah.
So you gotta cover that side of it. And then, like I said, we're gonna have to walk out there and exactly see what we need and how we can do the fencing.
Would it make sense to have a meeting at worst next week, next month?
I mean,
Well, you don't have to we could, we could walk it.
Walk.
Everybody can walk it out there on their own wall up there,
And look at it.
except for Lucas, but, yeah.
well, your mother.
Right.
I think we spent 5 to 7 grand on it,
Yeah, that's it. That's what- and you're good.
that would be more than enough, and if you have to do more, so then we can call that, the next phase.
Yeah, I agree with Seth. It should be a high priority item. The safety. We're at the beginning of the season and you don't want anybody to get hurt or any kind of.
So we're gonna put that on the high priority list, okay?
Yeah.
And you're right, maybe you can get money somewhere else.
Yeah.
You're fun.
It's a safety issue, you said you get money from somewhere else or?
I'm just speaking out of what I'm not very knowledgeable on like where funds come from or where we can get it, but in some cases that where we've gotten funds is safety issues.
Okay.
All right.
Is that the town, you get it from the town?
Well, insurance,
Well, insurance won't be anything for a safety issue.
or is it like low sympathy?
Well, no, the safety issue on bridges is a whole separate matter. That's a state issue itself.
Yeah.
The safety issue on something like this is, that comes out of our pocket. That's all there is to it. This is peanuts. This is.
Well, I mean, I guess, but like the bridges, you know, are a safety issue and to tell you the truth, the bunkers are too, you know, when you hit off the line and
Right, you know.
and those are safety issues, so. Most of that's coming from, I don't think our money.
We'll get into that
Yeah,
later.
yeah,
Okay, we'll
yeah.
get, all right, but so this is on the list. Well, by sometime next week, everybody should have an opportunity to be able to walk it, and at least communicate. If you send me an email, you know, what you're thinking, and I'll just forward it to Solomon, and he can send something out to all of us. Fair enough? Sounds good. Okay.
If you're looking to spend money before the end of June, I would say just.
Okay. Flag cups. Is that the things in the bottom of the cups you're talking about?
Yeah.
That's done, man.
Yeah, man.
Done. Thank
You're
you,
in,
thank
you're
you,
in.
thank you.
They're done. All right. So there was a couple things I wanna see. We got left up old business and I'm sure we're gonna deal with it later, so I'm gonna make a motion to put these items on there. We can just kind of talk about one, the bunkers and the bridges. Two is the governance on the trees and the benches. That we spoke of, and a meeting with with town council on the T signs use of funds. Because that was actually, there was governance on that was also talked about, and then T-box leveling, so that's. We'll kind of circle back to a couple of those if we can, later on, all right? In the meantime, because you're gonna address those anyway, correct? They're in there, okay, very good, card policy, we can go on to new business. Card policy.
So I don't this policy's been looked at by a few people lately, so. I put these signs,
Yeah, so-
you know, kind of all over the place, from the bathroom to the golf counter, to the starter shack, to the bulletin boards. I've emailed my starters and rangers for our new policies and procedures and how to go about this. So right now, we're putting them into play and, you know, we're going to put the full court press on it and trying to figure this out, you know, just right now, there's really like a lot of policies to police. You know, we're policing so many policies that to me are more important than this, you know, such as range balls and baskets leaving, you know.
People still taking them?
All your friends, they do it, I see it all the time,
Really?
damages on the greens, you know, late night sneaking on. Carts not being stolen.
No, I thought the,
I'll finish.
yeah, oh, you got more, you got laundry list.
Charging spectators on carts,
What's that? Okay.
youth on course, you know, good pace of play, chaotic league schedules. These are all that's going well right now, and it's making us money. You want me to double check these cards? To me, that's a money grab. Our card rates are already the highest.
Yes, they are.
You say it all the time.
Yeah.
So to me, it's money grab. Also, if two singles are gonna play, right? That's one goal. I agree. But if there's four people playing, two of them happen to get on a card each and we miss it, right? We catch them on the second hole. Who's gonna pay the extra fee?
Yeah,
If you two are the ones riding, right? I'm not saying this is gonna happen, I'm just gonna say, you're willing to ride with him, but he's not. Do I charge both of you the extra fee?
And that's what the policy was on. Would be a big policy.
We probably have lots of public customers with some crazy policy we
Yeah.
already had. We're about to lose more doing this, I get it, like you. We'll miss some here and there, right, but if you guys want me to police it as hard as possible. I will.
if they see it, how about,
Already do.
listen, how about if they see it? If you see it happening,
Yeah, I
It
mean,
makes it
like,
something,
I've
that's all.
told my rangers, if they even see it on the second hole, get them together, leave the cart there. we'll pick
no,
it up.
that's crazy.
But hey, that's what's going on right now, like, we
Really?
were, they're under so much scrutiny about this policy.
Why, who's?
No, what he's saying is right, but like I said, we talked about the other day, if I happen to be with him, and he wants to ride, and I wanna ride, and I say, no, I don't want him to ride, because but what can you do? I mean, this is the thing, because you're allowed 2 carts out there, right? So if I'm riding by myself, he's riding by himself, and you got 4 guys, I mean, what can you say? I mean, because some people don't wanna ride with you. I mean,
Suppose you have 4 guys and they say, oh, we all want our own cart, what are you gonna say?
No, they won't.
2 max.
No,
2 max.
okay, I'm sorry, okay.
2 max, 2 max, 2 max.
Whatever.
We're not even gonna promote that,
Right, that's fine, let's,
We're not even gonna promote saying, hey, you want your own car, take it. No,
No, you can't.
we're still gonna push it,
Right,
but there will be times where we miss it. And I just can't have people going to my staff and say, hey, you missed out.
yeah, whatever, then fine, 2 per, it happens,
So
and you're not gonna get them all.
And if somebody comes in at the desk, and checks in, can your person ask, is somebody else gonna ride with you?
Well,
Or if we
But we're doing that with the start. So we already have a check-in for the sign.
Usually what happens is when they check in, you pay for the car, even if there's 2 people on 1 car, both people
Both
pay.
people pay.
Well, that's usually, okay. People
Yeah.
try to avoid that by one paying and the other one dumps on.
Well, that's one of the ones we catch, like,
Okay.
that we catch a lot too, but this is more like, if supposedly if you have 2 players, you only have 1 car. If you don't have, that's fine, but if you have 2 players riding and then 2 players walking, you know, usually we'll try to we'll pair up those and just use 1 car. You know, but sometimes we miss it, but we're bringing some new policies and procedures to figure it out, so.
So is the starter gonna hand out the keys?
Well, he always has.
Yeah.
So now when you sign in for your card, you're gonna have to put he'll ask for your T-Town, so when they see your T-Town twice, that means they're given 2 keys.
right.
So that's done, right? So we're gonna put into play,
Work in progress.
we're gonna go over this again as old business, and see how it goes. We're already seeing, the starters and rangers work together on it. So, you know, we just need some time and, put it into the rest of our list.
Yeah.
It happens a lot during leagues, but you know, where it's just hard to tell.
It's hard to check.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw one people talking about
Yeah.
4 carts.
Well, so now, it's gotta be a tag team from the starters and rangers, so. Which we'll catch it.
What about the GPS? We had one person, he had a handicap card. And it would shut off on him all the time, even though he claimed that he was fine.
There was, I know on Monday,
It was
we were a
card
little,
73.
putting, we had an outing on a Sunday. And maybe we didn't program it for the Monday, was it a Monday or?
This was Tuesday?
Tuesday. I mean, as long, if their card has a handicap sign, you know, they should have handicap, rules out, no boundaries out there.
Well, I did, he said it shut off.
Did he call
every
every
hole.
switch in there?
Oh, I said, that's.
Why don't
the way
you
to
call
talk
us?
to you.
Yeah, our phone number.
And. No, we don't.
I'll help next time.
You know, I'll drag him in this.
No, just call, we'll switch cards, you know.
Find out what card number.
Yeah.
It's 73.
Sounding good. Yeah. I'll double check.
All right. Season pass holder, pass for seniors over 80.
That was,
Right.
Looking at me for?
so,
I brought that up because at our senior meeting in beginning of April. Someone asked me about it, so I just wanted to get up.
Want to get feedback?
Want to get some.
Do we have, or how many guys do you think we have like that?
I don't know.
Well, we still have to pay. That's what we have a senior rate. We're not gonna have a super senior rate.
that was.
So you have.
We do have a super, yeah, well, that's for 90.
90.
Yeah, well, you know what?
You want to tier
No,
level.
no, that's not gonna happen.
80.
No more 90 and over the rest of it. 200 votes.
Where do you stop, right? So where do you stop?
Right.
It's-
Right, and I told them,
Very slow.
we can't change rates in the middle of the season.
No. No, so come next, so next Saturday. It's January, if he wants to do it.
Right. They probably got more money than all of us.
All right. I'll tell you, why don't we come back to the forecast, and we'll just kind of, we'll kind of check off the things that we can and do it, quicker. Restaurant improvements, I'm not sure where we're going with that one.
Is that the exterior or?
Someone said something about chairs and tables.
Yeah, I say, you guys, I mean, I walked into the tent for the Mother's Day thing. Mother's Day, brunch, that Ramsey had, I walked through the tent, Indian side. But look at the chairs that are in that tent, I mean, it's pathetic, it's like, as I said in the email, it's like something somebody found on the street. The backs are ripped off. Let's put some money into it.
That's,
But that's not
that's not our chairs, them are Ramsey.
Those are Ramsey's.
This is his contract. That I sent.
Yeah, it's not that.
So that's on
If
him.
I'm reading this correct,
That's his chairs.
we're only paying help,
Right.
which I told I will in July.
Well, in talking with his,
Okay,
in talking with his son, he said that the town owns.
No,
I mean, you're looking at his contract,
no,
like,
Yeah,
that's-
I read.
I didn't make that up.
I know Ramsey owns it. You know,
But I know for a fact, because I talked to Ramsey about this too, because I said, Ramsey, I mean, listen, we all have skin in the game, right? You have skin in the game too. If you went and rented a place, leased a place in town, you're just leasing the place, however you want to fix it up, it's entirely up to you. And the reason you're doing that is to bring customers in, right? If you own a restaurant, that's just the way it is, right? So that means you're gonna either rent, or you're gonna lease, or you're gonna buy your own tables, equipment, or whatever. This is on him, if he wants to, bring up the stuff, that's entirely up to him. When the contract was written for this, and correct me if I'm wrong, so, that they laid out specifically, here's what we have.
Okay.
Anything else you want is on you, so. The appearance, that's all on him, that's not on us, that's on him.
Yeah, because it's a bad first impression.
It's actually his, not to cut you off, sorry.
No, you're fine.
His kitchen equipment, we own.
right.
Okay.
Everything in the kitchen,
Okay.
we pay. It's probably more expensive than chairs and tables. So, I mean, I think we try to help him. But we're at a time where we need to prioritize our funding, for example.
It's Ramsey, the lessee. I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
It says he's responsible for schools, chairs.
Right.
Is this one year to year or how long?
That's new this year.
How long is he gonna?
I think that's good, yeah.
First year of 5.
5 years.
Five
So
years.
we put money in now for 5 years. Right. Makes sense.
No different than anybody else buying opening up a business, right?
So it's commercial. Net-
That's correct, it's no different, right?
I mean, your rent would be different if you rented a furnished place versus unfurnished.
Okay.
It's in housing.
Okay, well, I was misled by your son.
Don't let the facts get you.
That said that, the county.
No, it's down to the.
Okay.
Also, like expansion.
Yeah.
You're thinking about any future, I mean, there is some language here where we do like yearly things. But any big expansions, you've seen the, also, the language of that, like his rent will go up.
Or they'll split it, or figure out how they're gonna do it, right?
Right,
And you'll figure out, that way everybody's got some skin in the game at that point in time, right?
I think where we could help him really in the future is the pavilion,
That would be the biggest thing.
With the what?
Yeah,
Facility.
Facility.
Yeah, that would be the best.
if you're talking more like the clubhouse, I think that's gonna fall within the clubhouse project, which is maybe more like facilities. So, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we talked about the painting inside.
That we can help with
Draft.
I've already talked to some of the clubs about the awards hall, like we make.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
TV,
Yes, okay.
repaint that.
Glad you brought that up.
Yeah. The women's club know about it, senior club we told about it, so we'll talk about it more like in the fall. See if everyone's okay with it, that's what we'll do in the winter. For
Yeah.
that fall,
Fine, clean that thing up, thank goodness. So what are you gonna do with the plaques?
No, it's gonna be.
Like a TV.
No, what do you, no.
Oh, what are we gonna do with it?
Oh,
Give it to the clubs, they can do that.
If they want, if anybody's still alive on there and something.
Yeah, you can take, I don't know, take it home, I mean. Whoever.
No, no,
I-
Give it to the president of our league and he gets
I have, I don't mean to cut you off, but I have people come at me about that too, because they're saying about the plaques. I says, well, listen, no one's taking care of it. So if someone's gonna take care of it, you can probably put it in the wall or something like that.
Right,
But if you're not taking care of it, like the best thing to do is put it on the computer.
I don't think there's a space to be had there.
No, there isn't. It's just the thing, and it's not being taken care of.
Yes, I agree. Okay, yeah. Firewood,
Yeah,
you make some benches out of it. All right, so let's, three and five are kind of connected, so let's go to open discussion and then we can come back, circle back. What's a 12 to 3 special?
12-3 special, Monday to Friday from 12 PM to 3 PM, 9 holes in the park. If you're an adult, $30, senior, $25.
Well, that's a great deal.
We did that last year.
It's a good deal.
No, when's it go, all year?
Months.
So,
Summer.
okay, got it.
So when is that gonna go into effect?
It is.
Oh, it's right there. No,
Yeah,
no.
it-
That's
it-
a,
this month, it came about this month.
that's a great deal. So you're gonna advertise that?
Oh, yeah.
You read the emails, it's in there.
Actually, on
I don't-
Tuesday, right, a week after aeration, we were from, 7 to 7 AM to 7 PM, not one of them.
Really?
Either, at least a twosome there, you know,
Yeah.
so from that 12 to 3, it was sold out.
So whatever happened to Ramsey's $5 special or whatever are we done with that too? The, save the coupon for
I
10%
didn't do it
off?
last year, I mean, I can. If you want-
That's up to him, that's up to us, it's up to him.
He hasn't really signed me about it,
So, okay.
Yeah, it was $30 or the seniors 25.
with a cart mile.
Yes. Is that every day?
Monday to Friday.
Seniors 25. And regular is 30.
Facebook, TikTok.
Yeah, it's all over the place. Whoever's doing it, they're doing a good job, because I see it all over the place.
All right,
It's out there.
Do
okay.
you follow us, Lucas?
No. Well, I'm just a big sorry.
Yeah.
Go on.
I'm gonna make it.
I run my dog through your course in wintertime.
You pick up?
It's deep snow.
You pick up?
Oh, of course, but it's just, just deep snow and
Yeah.
one,
No, I know.
twice a year.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's there for.
Okay, Paul Stankiewicz.
He's got a medical issue, and he's asking for season pass.
Did he play at all this year? Did he play at all?
He even bought a card program, he hasn't used it, so the town said we can give that back,
The card became new back?
but you guys have to do the season pass.
Then, I think it's June 30th, right? Is that what it is? Yeah, so then it's a valid medical,
Yeah.
then all.
Share, you know,
Oh, yeah.
So make
I have
a motion to approve. I approve. Jim. Did we make a motion to approve, second, Savvy, all in favor? Aye. Very good. Unanimous, okay, that's fine. Frost away sign?
usually email or call,
Yeah.
but
That was my email, yeah. So someone asked me about putting one of those like sandwich signs out on the street near the frosting. I know we're in the season. Just, and his reasoning is that so that when you drive in, okay, you don't have to rush to the counter. You can take your time and you don't have to wait in line for 20 people to check in.
the DOT pass over,
He's out of town.
you know,
So this,
well, go ahead, Jimmy, you go first.
no, I mean, if,
You tackle this.
right, I mean, if it's a frosting, it's a frosting, I mean, they'll tell you at home.
You didn't have it coming.
It's a frosting.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
You know, I got it.
that's
Does he
all,
have an email with us?
yeah,
I know, yeah, he does.
Check the website.
exactly, the 100 of the morning.
No, you put it up every day, the Frost Lake, you put up in the morning?
We haven't had one in a while.
No, when we did.
We would email, if they don't have an email, we call.
Oh, Oh, you call the people who have the starting times.
Yeah.
Well, you would have to be connected to the golf course, like,
Yeah, also the tough part is like, let's say. Like Arthur Orchid, he makes the tea time for 12 of them, but it's only him. On the tea time,
Yeah,
like we don't have everyone's name,
right,
so we really just call or email Art and it's up to him to tell everyone else,
right,
Yeah,
that makes sense, yeah.
you know?
but with all due respect to this gentleman. How can I say this? It's all about people and time, right? And then we're scrambling to do other things. To go down there, put a sign up and come back down, it's a constant, oh, okay, well, now we have to go down and get it again, you know what I mean? And how long is the frost delay? Is it 10 minutes? Is it half an hour? I mean, I don't know, right? I mean, so it sounds great, but you know, you have a half an hour frost delay and all of a sudden they say, well, no, chair comes back, says, oh, it's fine now. Well, wait a minute, what do you say? Well, you said half an hour, you know, you're gonna run into problems no matter what you do. I understand where he's coming from. Tell him get this course 10 minutes early, I have to worry about running around.
Well, I've been
I
invited,
told him I bring them.
It's brought up.
I was invited to a lot of these opening meetings, like from ladies, seniors, you know, that I said in every meeting, update your email, because our communication goes to that.
Yeah, right, very good. There's a closed green sign. Up on, is that, what's the reason for that thing? It's about taking it down?
Flagpole one,
Yeah,
it's taking a beat,
really?
that's the most used grade on the coast.
It says closed, every time I go up there, it's closed.
What, today? No, the other day it was closed.
I was up on Monday and Tuesday it was closed.
We top dressed,
Okay, I didn't know that, I'm just like, okay, I just.
but yeah, it was more of an air raid thing than.
Got it, okay, no problem. Account balance signs, let's go to the P sign, you got $400 in there. But that kind of ties into a meeting with the town council. That if, you know, you need me to go with you, or Gail to go with you. We have no problem doing that, and then expanding the use of the funds that are associated with that. And so I'm gonna say this out loud, and I'm not directed at anyone, but people doing the committee, you have to go back and look at some of our minutes, and you know, because some of the stuff that we're bringing up, we're rehashing sometimes, we've already addressed this. And so go back, look at the minutes, spend some time looking, you know, just do your homework on this stuff, and that way you understand where we're coming from on a lot of this stuff. You're up this stuff and say, oh, we've already, oh, yeah, that's fine. A lot of the reasons, you know, are in there, and it'll move things along, all right?
I'm getting up to speed now.
Okay. So.
There's a lot of, it's remaining.
Well, you know, we've been doing this for a couple of years, so believe me, there's a lot of stuff that we've addressed, and then you just go back and look at it, but so if you wanna meet with the town council with that, I have no problem going there. And then, you know, we can do something, we can go out and raise this money again, right? I mean, and then reinvest it.
Right, this is the key signs that are on the holes that we have now,
Yes, sir.
right, so. We would have to probably go back to the people that are already on the sign and see if they wanna read.
Well, this 400's at Hazel.
Ken Hazel.
Kenny's car.
Kid card, yeah.
Oh, he bought another one?
No, he donated. to the
Oh, he did?
Oh, so
Okay.
he just got us.
He didn't get, it's more like a donation.
Oh,
Oh, okay, so he just don't.
okay, but that whole account was wiped out, we wiped that out,
Yeah, that was zero.
that was zero,
Yeah.
so now,
And there's language where we can use that account.
yes, I know, and it was very limited though, and I wanted to expand that.
I
A
can get the
little bit.
language and email it to everyone.
Okay.
Please do, and that's something we discussed, they leave that for beautification of the tee, well, you know, to me, the tee box is the whole tee box.
But yeah, to me, I think it's for that sponsor side
Sign.
project.
Yeah, that's what, that was in order to get it in there to beautify some of the stuff, to get the picture of the hole that was on the sponsor sign, right? That was the whole idea, so if you were the initial sponsor, you know, you paid a little bit more upfront, right? And then you got a 2-year thing, then COVID hit, and then everything went, so they've been up there since 2019.
Well, they've been up there since we.
Right, since we started, that's
Yeah.
correct, that's absolutely
So
correct.
now the people that are there now, we would have to just go back. to
Come and remind them, say, listen, here it is, you wanna re-up,
Re-up. Right, and that's it.
and there's still some that are for sale.
I would say there's still, we have to sold out.
Right.
Well, the question is, and that was when, Chris Edge was over there, remember? He
Yeah.
came in this whole thing, and you kind of read, and I had them all sell out, well, they didn't, and then, But now we have to go knock on doors and see if somebody's interested in doing that. That's what it requires.
Can you view it?
Oh, yes, sorry. You can be able to help me.
Right.
Good. Now, we'll be more than happy to take his help, believe me. CIP balance,
I think it reflects what we've got in it, what we, produced from 24. Because according to Mark's stuff, I think we've got about $7,000 from 24 already. And my numbers doesn't reflect that yet.
oh, really? Okay. I got a question on 16. So are you gonna reseed that area? Is that gonna be reseeded and marked off and whatever?
Yeah, are you
I
talking?
saw the path went up,
Right
that's
up the
right,
path.
yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
right in the path, right, actually, right in line, I don't know what the plan is.
We don't even want people going back,
Around,
yeah.
I agree with you, because it's
So
gonna tear it up
we
even
wanna
more.
reseed that whole top.
And so the carts, you can make them cart path only on that hole?
We put a curve with it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because so you got the car path to go up 16 now.
Yes.
So now you don't need to go over to the right side of that. But I would call that a hazard anyway, if anybody goes over there.
Well, people go over there.
I know, but now.
And then you didn't write it up
I
around.
know, but
So
you gotta put a sign there so you can't be on the right side of
can
it.
you stop that cart from going there?
Well,
Yeah.
only one that can go over there, like, you know, it's handy.
You wanna put a handicap only,
Nah, I don't know about that one, because.
No, I would just say, I would just
like,
block it,
just block it.
just block it, so you can't go to the right side of that, cause nobody should be over there.
Your friends are gonna call me, Bill.
Yes, he did. Right.
I mean, if you have, so let's kind of bring this up, so you have courses that are cart path only,
Yeah,
Right.
what are you gonna say? I mean, whether you're handicapped or not, it's cart path only,
right.
what are you gonna say, then don't play the course, right? I mean,
I mean, if you look at our car threes, right, which we advertise to stay on the car path. You can't do it on 4 right now.
No.
Right, 7 you can do.
Yeah.
12, I mean,
Well, we
12
can
you go
do-
either way,
We can go both ways.
which side routine off, and then 16 we can do. So, why don't we do it?
16 car path. Yeah.
well, the
I
left
think the
foot
right.
blast out there going forward, here's what it is, man. It's gonna, there'll be no going around the front, you shut off. That's all.
Some do to the right.
To get to the right side of 16, now you go up around back?
No, he said you
No,
can't
You
anymore.
can't.
You can't, so there's no carts to the right at all.
No, they're torn it up, it's all been torn up. And
Well,
you
you're
get
gonna
that
have
for a
people
reason too.
bitching about that.
But
Here's what
why?
happened, I don't understand. People are torn up.
Because
before it.
It's a long walk, it's
No.
uphill.
Long walk uphill.
Well, yeah.
Well, then drive halfway.
Okay, halfway, then you go halfway, but just to go around.
How you get that done?
Bunker side and back.
Right, because when a bunker side is, it's a drop there.
You'll have to come back to the new car path.
Exactly.
How about that?
So, right, you can go as far as to the bunker and gotta come in, but not driving around because there's a drop there. And someone can get hurt, or somebody can flip the car. That's what I look at.
I didn't get that.
So if they go to the right, and then they go on to the green, then they have to go back to their car.
Right. So go halfway over and then go back to the car. And then give
Still,
us
they're gonna complain about that.
Well, then you know what, they shouldn't be playing about. I'm just being honest about it.
Why don't we try, for a handicap that, let handicap carts go.
Behind,
No,
Yeah,
like
but-
closer to the green.
So otherwise, you gotta go
up to the bunker,
to the bunker on the right side. That's
the right side or the left side?
No, it's the right side.
Center,
It's the right
The
side.
center bunker, the center, man, the center.
center. Right,
Oh, and then
and then,
you got on 16, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, there's 2 bunkers there. You got one on the right, one on the left.
There's actually
Okay.
three.
But if you go around that bunker on the right, now you're up. You go, you
Yeah,
go.
that's what we're trying to prevent.
All right, so the only way you go is as far as to the right side of that, you gotta come back to the
okay,
You can't go on the back side of it,
I agree.
okay?
that's another one I gotta look at.
Yeah.
Can you do that on the computer, keep them out of there?
Do it all.
Yeah.
Technology, technology.
Well, I just ask it if it's possible.
And so that's all part of your plan here for 16, right? To
Yeah.
basically regrade it and then overseed it, whatever you're gonna put it, the hydro seed, whatever you're gonna put down there, right? Is there irrigation up there in order to get
Yeah,
the seed?
I had over the last 2 winters,
Okay,
you know, because we started by doing irrigation, then we put the rocks on top. And then what you see prior to the project is how it ended up. But now, we're paving it, so the irrigation's still there.
Okay. Very good. Very good. All right, let's kind of circle back now that we've gone through those. CIP, so all the CIP money, that's capital improvement fund, just so you're aware. So it's all this, basically the CIP money for this fiscal year is spent, correct?
From last.
From last fiscal year, that's correct. Our current fiscal year.
Last year.
Well, that's part of the still current fiscal year. July 1st is the new fiscal year. All right, fine, all right. Bumpers and bridges, kind of going back to this thing, and you're gonna address that. Wait a minute. And how about the governance? We can address the governance on the trees and the benches.
I took everyone's suggestions from last meeting and, minimized choices. I emailed everyone the final packet.
Can we do that, please?
Yeah.
And then, can we also agree that, and just for your edification, very quickly, we're trying to standardize things. Like, you like the Yankees, he likes the Mets or the Red Sox, and he likes whatever, you know what I mean? Oh, here's what I want. So as far as benches go, you can have a variety of different benches. We're trying to standardize. Every bench coming here, going forward, will be of a certain nature. It'll be this, one or two choices, basically one or two sizes. But with that, will be a base. That's gonna be built out of pavers of some sort, similar to what the McCabe one on 17, on 11, no, not 11, on 8 is. Right, because to me, that foundation is perfect. One on 8, the Billy McCabe was, whatever, like Jerry did that, and it's great, because that's gonna be there forever, right? That's what you want, something that's gonna be low maintenance, not no maintenance, but low maintenance. Versus the other one that you have sitting over on 4, it's got a couple of cinder blocks underneath this thing, you know what I mean? It's like, listen, if we're gonna do it, let's just start doing it, low 4, we'll start doing it right.
Memorial benches?
Yes, and they're not in perpetuity either, because once they break down, they need to be replaced at some point in time, so somebody dies or wants something, remember, we'll put your plaque back on there, nobody's got a problem with that. But, they had, it's not, we're not gonna keep replacing this thing over and over and over again, we can't, we just can't do it, right? So, the other part of this thing is with the trees, right, we've had to take on tons of trees, but we have to start looking, we're starting with planting, you're looking 30 years down the road. Right, what's this gonna look like 30 years, we have to take it down again, if it's in the way, like his shot, my shot, yours, whatever it is. How big is this thing gonna be, right? What is it gonna take to maintain and prune, right? What's the minimum caliper that we're looking for? We're not going to Home Depot to buy this, for a tree like this. All these things have to come into play, so we're just looking for governance on these things going forward, and it makes sense. So if you want to, donate something, and that's great, and then there'll be other things. Here's a booklet. Here's what it is. And here's the price list. It's all laid out.
Standardize the bench.
That's
That's time to do it, 10-year. You first do a 10-year bench.
Well, then what do you do? Take it out after 10 years?
Well, then we go back to what you said.
Well,
Or if it breaks down.
if it breaks down, then somebody else, they could be a waiting list. You have 18 benches you can buy, right? That's basically it. Once the 18 are done, then what are you gonna do?
Isn't there any product out there that will last for years where you don't have to maintain it? And there's gotta be something.
The track,
So that's
we had the ones I saw on our floor, and that was, to me, the evidence for doing some of this thing. It's just like, it's all Trex, like we have Trex gliders, right, that we paid a little bit more for, I'm not gonna lie,
Right.
with stainless steel hardware on it, right? It's outside all year round, and so my wife and I will sit on the porch like, like old people like this, right? And have a cocktail, right, or a cup of coffee, and you're sitting, but they're out they're here year round, right? And they look, people like, how old these, well, they're 10 years old, what?
Right.
Yeah, and so we have other stuff that are sitting in the elements constantly, Adirondack chairs, and there's Trex also, the same thing. And they're still the same, they look brand new, so,
Wash mine once a year.
exactly,
So
Let me
I
say
think
it clear.
if you're gonna do
the
it,
Fazio, thank you for doing
that's the
that.
way to go then. That's the
Yeah.
way to go. If you're gonna put-
I mean, going forward, and it's just listen, it's time to grow up on certain things, that's all it is, you know what I mean? It's like, we're all adults here, right? Let's just, well, this looks good, that looks good, because you have one on this whole, it's like, it doesn't belong.
Like you said, number 8, the way I put that bench there, that's nice.
Yeah,
It's
right?
right, so that, you got the pad,
The pads on it,
the pads in it. Yeah, like number 16, with these, got his I mean, yeah, he's got the,
Can we put a pad down there?
Yeah, he needs
Four
a
by
pad.
fours and,
Yeah, he
yeah,
needs a
I mean,
pad.
it's like,
yeah, because
that's
that's
it. You know, going
That's-
forward, these are things that we need to start thinking about, but okay. So that's the governor, so can we, please send that out, so I appreciate that, that's great. The meeting with the town council on the signs and use of funds, if you wanna set that up, I'd be more than happy. So you tell me when, and I'll be there, okay? Fair enough, and then T-box leveling, you kind of addressed that later on, but we'll come back to that one. Okay, forecast of revenue for the courts and the spend down. Basically, we're looking at a hundred and. Well, it says 120, so realistically, I'm gonna say 110, right? Give you a little bit of leeway in there, even if it's 5% rough all over the place, right? Everything went up by about 5%, is that what it was? So $100,000 times five, it's $5,000, big deal. Give me 10 grand, so you gotta look, you go $110,000 what you're projecting for your profit for the year. And that really won't come into play until part of the way through this month, correct? That's how we're looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, we hope to have a good couple months. I mean, if you look at it right now, we're losing, compared to last year.
Yeah.
Last year, we were winning 30K. Right now, we're losing by 40.
Well, the reason we're losing by 40 is because we didn't raise our rates,
Well, also,
part of it.
looks like, we're spending more money too, so. We have to
Well,
hopefully
we're-
finish strong.
Yeah, but we knew the rates, we knew everything went up, but we said we held the line on rates because we didn't make too many improvements for the most part. Right, and that's, I understand where you're coming from, Saul, but yes,
Well, that's why we're
revenue's up.
Kevin and I are looking to wait. He made a timeline for us to, when we can look at for surpluses, so. We gotta see the next 2 months and a prediction is a prediction, but be nice to see on paper. So,
Yep. Okay,
but we've been busy, I mean. If it's not weather related, we're going strong every day, so we should be good.
okay, and then, so as far as setting some of the money aside, I mean, we've discussed this, a future barn, what else are you looking at?
I mean, first things first is hopefully our 67K capital holds in this year's or next year's budget. Because that 67K can get us another greens mower and then some. If we can keep that up, thank you to Jerry Paradis and Board of Finance for keeping that up in the budget up to now. I mean, it's up to the final voting, so hopefully we can get it and use that for another greens mower. And that's some, if we get that, we could put money away for numerous things, we need a fairway mower we can get. Like I said, I need 10K for advertising, who does all these posts that you guys see every week, every day,
Well, you still have your budget to spend even for this year, right, this fiscal year? Tom,
what's that?
you still haven't spent down your whole budget for this year, I mean, that's why you're talking about the surplus going forward.
Right.
So, I mean, it's not like there's not money, because there is money there.
There's gonna be money, but how much can you put away?
right.
'Cause I
Well,
think
you're talking about things, things that you want to do now as far as advertising and whatnot, so. there's-
Advertising is not in my FY25 budget. It was cut.
But it doesn't mean that you can't transfer from one pot to another,
No,
correct?
you can't, but
So,
if you're looking at a 10K bill, some of our accounts, it's not, maybe. We have to do it with several.
we've never, in the 5 years that we've been meeting on this thing, right, we have never spent our budget,
Yeah, but we
ever, right?
did
So,
more than last year.
but we've never spent our full budget, and that's why, I mean, we've raised the rates, but we've never spent our full budget, so
Is that even possible?
what?
Spend every cent of your bill.
Well,
Also, it's probably a good thing.
I'm close.
I think the courts needs,
Yeah, I mean.
I think there's a lot.
a lot of it.
Either way, it's gonna come back. If you spend it today or put it away in 2 months, it's going back to the courts.
As long as it stays with the course and don't go anywhere else.
But that's not what's been happening,
But
it's just been going back into the general fund. Right, so,
Goes back into the general fund.
it goes back into the general fund.
so that's where you can lose it at, like.
Why is that? I mean.
Because that's what happens. It's so needy, it's so.
That's what we've been dealing with.
Well,
That's, again, that's why when, read the minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to that.
So the best thing to
We
do,
spent so many hours on
right,
that.
so the best thing to do is spend it,
Yeah,
twice,
put it away.
put it away.
Put it away.
Find a corner.
I'll take it. Remember, if the less we have in surplus, the less
Exactly.
we can put away.
Exactly.
That's correct.
I think there's an ordinance where you have to give what you predicted you were gonna make
Exactly.
first.
And we don't have to do that, we just have to cover our costs. That's the
No,
whole,
but there's a budget we put in.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that's gotta be covered first,
fully understood,
you know, before you
fully
start
understood,
putting away.
fully understood.
Because, and that's why everything else goes into. Did that make
Well,
sense?
Again, you know,
That's, I know,
That's
correct.
Yeah.
always been the.
Yeah, that's correct.
the plan,
I've brought that up many times.
the plan is to put money away. Right?
Yes,
The road is aware of it.
yeah, everybody's aware of it.
Kevin Delaney is aware of it.
Right.
Yes, I said his name, I
Yeah.
know. I think we're using name here.
That's all.
So it is.
All right, very good.
Can I don't know when you're gonna cover it, but, around the clubhouse, cleaning up around the clubhouse. I saw your notes in there about getting a part-timer, but, you know, one of the things behind my head here is that, you know, public grounds should be covering that around the clubhouse. It's a public building. It's a public building. I mean, they don't segregate, you know, whether or not they're gonna do the library, town hall, or
look at
whatever.
the front of this place.
Yeah,
Look at it, it's beautiful.
I mean,
Okay, why isn't?
public grounds should
Like
be,
that.
public grounds should be doing that around it. It's a public building. Right? Rather than cutting over at Pistol Creek the fairways, just go over there and clean up the,
Cutting it fairways.
oh, they cut the grass over there.
Yeah,
Over
they
at
do,
Pistol
they
Creek.
cut the grass.
Yeah, they cut the grass.
Well, you know,
Our last public grants cut.
Yeah. That's,
I'll email you guys what this is.
that's Steve Wood. Steve, why aren't you taking care of this public building?
Well, maybe because that's not considered a public building.
No, and you have your own, you consider your own thing.
But I don't agree with that.
Well,
It's actually,
Same thing with the signs and, like we said, with the tree, you know. If we have a problem with a tree on the forest, it comes out of Sitwood. Whereas over at Sage Park, you know, the town covers that one.
so yeah, and he's, what he's saying is right, because correct. He said, we took a lot of trees down.
Yeah.
But the town, they didn't help us over here. Public Works didn't help us take the trees down. Well, we get money from Public Works. So I think the golf course is gonna take care of the golf course. And I think if we wanna do outside and make the building look nice around the clubhouse, then subcontract it out and get it done. And do it that way.
I mean, it's a first impression when people talk, that's.
And I agree with you 100%.
For
Take that little bit of money, take some of that money that we got, that you said put in the bank, let's use it to clean the front of the building. Go that way.
I didn't even think you can get by the union.
Well, the thing is, sometimes the union is gonna have to just take a bite. Because you know what, I'm just gonna be honest with you, because they can't, and being honest, they don't have the manpower to maintain it. You subcontract other stuff out, so I don't think it should hurt. It's only gonna make the place look better, and then once it's done, then they can maintain it. If they can do it. So let's take it for a shot, try to call it out on it, see if that happens, and see if it doesn't. Then we'll find another route to
They
do.
already stopped us from doing hedging on the bunkers.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
That's gonna be a quick, like.
I mean, I don't
union
see.
job.
Right, I mean, so the union is basically the union is controlling if you can go.
I mean, that's no secret, maybe it's you, it's your first day,
Right,
but
I mean, but
that's. the first
so
thing
how do we
everyone
get,
took this-
how do we get stuff done?
Well, let's focus on the topic of Sammy's question of
unification.
beautification around the course. I mean, like I said, I don't, one, it's gonna be a union issue if you wanna outsource it. Two, how much are you looking to put into it? You know, and our idea is to put summer help on it. Just literally, that is their main focus
It should be.
for the summer.
What, unification of the clubhouse area?
Yeah,
That's not a full-time job.
It's part-time,
That's fine, yeah, but
Well, I just said-
I mean, what's it gonna take you one day?
Are you
One day a
kidding
week
me?
if you're lucky to do this stuff?
That place is gonna need a month of asses and elbows.
look at all
That's
the
what it's
different
gonna need.
opinions here, right? To me, it's, you take more than a day.
It's gonna take
But
much
it's-
more than.
Did we bring this up to the town council?
I mean, for what, like, what do we need to bring up to them?
Well, the fact that we can't get things done because the union's interfering and that you don't seem to be willing to, you know, let Timberland keep its money to do what needs to be done around the place.
I just offered you guys a solution to part-time.
Summer help is outside
And
the
that's what-
union.
Well,
It's
No.
part of it.
It's part of, it's part of the contract, and they can do that. I mean, and then, but that's fine, it's solid, but it shouldn't take them all summer to do that.
Well, I mean, that's not the only thing you're gonna do.
Okay.
One of their duties.
Well,
That's fine.
duties that are, full-time employees shouldn't be, such as this, getting garbage on the
who's
course.
gonna run those guys, you, Sal, or,
No, it's Jerry's.
Jerry?
But that
Jerry
means
doing it?
The truth is,
I spoke to him about it already.
they have to be supervised. I mean, you have to come up
What
with
was,
that list.
what was his take? What did he?
He's for it.
All
Right
right.
now, we're looking to see if we could.
Then I think you have a good idea there, Sal, I love it.
But I'm hearing a couple different,
You're hearing what?
I'm hearing a couple different,
Because, like, what he's saying,
he thinks it's
Well,
for a
there's more
day.
than one problem here, that's,
Yeah.
I think that's the issue.
Well,
you
I
know?
mean, we've already talked about what this person could be doing, right, other than clubhouse things. You guys talked about
That's the,
yardages
bumpers.
on the sprinkler head, right? Like, someone's gonna have to shoot those heads and get yardages.
Yeah.
Or things like that, I mean,
There's all kinds of things you could do on that course.
I would start off with Steve Wood and just see what he says, and ask him, say, Steve, I'm coming up once a week and cleaning it up.
it's not, it's part of the golf course, but. I'll ask.
but like you said, so if you can get them, if they can hire the summer help to do it, let the summer help come in and do it. Okay,
That's what I'm.
alright, because like I said if they couldn't do it, we'll subcontract it out, but if you get some help to come in and do it, to make it look prettier, then make sure they focus on that. Make sure they focus on the front of the building and stuff like that.
The subcontracting work of, if you're doing that on the golf course, it's always gonna be, unions.
All right, well then, let's try your tack.
You know,
I mean, you,
and I understand what they say about the union issue, or, they put a grievance in. But they can't get it done because they can't do the golf course, keep it maintained, and do the clubhouse at the same time. You just don't have the staff for it. So what's their big gripe that, they're gonna put in a grievance in because, they can't get it done anyways.
if they have done it in the
No.
past.
Oh,
If
because
it's
of
to your
overtime,
liking,
because of
maybe
overtime.
obviously not. But I think, they have put that.
Well, see,
Crew part-timers get it done over the course of the summer,
Well, back on this, I mean, we did stuff and they, but by that time it's done and over.
So, you're also.
It's an agreement, doesn't mean.
You gotta start somewhere, too. You know,
Yeah,
you gotta start somewhere.
But the same token, in all due respect, like. They have to be properly supervised. And I can show you pictures where they're not, they're sitting on their phone. I got 4 guys sitting on their phone. And then one was I put a whole hole.
Yeah.
And they're still on the phone, so. You know what, that's why I said, well, so what do you think?
Supervisor on,
Huh?
send it over.
Was that help on the phone or the union or?
No, the summer,
Summer.
I
and
mean,
they've all seen it, and so what are you gonna do about it?
So
write
if
people up,
you,
send it
if
to
you
you.
take a picture of it, send it to
You
him,
know,
and let him take it.
that doesn't have to come from me.
Exactly,
I can send it.
yeah,
See, this is all new information.
right, because you have to
I
stop
mean,
it,
it doesn't stop people from going on a road trip and talking about me these days.
thank you,
What's stopping you from sending that over to a road trip?
right,
All right.
yeah. So we see it, we gotta call it out.
That's it.
People go to road trips, get me.
There was one guy out there, so pissing me off bad,
Right.
Sure, once my favorite.
Right, no, that's- help me out.
Right,
This time skip me,
right.
send it over,
I
Right.
will.
right.
get me out.
Take a picture of it, send it to Scott.
I'm not tired of this.
All right.
Okay. All right, April,
Move on, let's move on.
April, Number 5, well, we have that, we already know where we're standing, right? So we're still not the full profit yet, we haven't turned a profit at this point in time. As of April, but come May,
We will move these cookies.
Moving a big, big.
You beat them.
Hold on here, you guys.
You're doing just fine right there. So what do you want to discuss on that one, Si? Anything you want to discuss on you know,
I mean, it's,
we see it, everybody know, you know, we all know what's going on. So this is the month where you turn,
this is where we
You
start
turn the corner,
making
right?
money.
Yeah.
And from Mark's, numbers, the revenue and rounds are up. Slightly,
The weather's kind of a problem.
yeah, but.
the rounds are up, right? I mean, rounds are up, and you have more, you have more tournaments coming through.
Yeah,
Which is good.
probably just started, I mean, ask Alvin, man, Jimmy, or it just started, right?
Yes.
We have a big one Friday,
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
tomorrow,
So
yeah.
who's tomorrow?
Better Builders,
Yeah,
Pete, right?
Pete, yeah. Matter of fact, that's what they're doing over there now.
All right, that takes care of that. And we're moving along, we're moving along pretty quick right now, it's actually very good. Golf course report. Saul sent, he sent one out earlier, but he also sent down a revised one too, correct?
Yeah,
Very good, okay.
the clock is halfway, the base is in. Gonna put the top tomorrow.
So that's where that concrete thing was, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it,
Yeah,
okay.
if you drop by later, you'll see how.
That happened already.
So it'll be up and running, what?
Tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. And then, so when is the ceremonial,
Waiting on Gail.
got it, all right.
For one time, I'm waiting on Gail.
Wow,
He's been waiting on me for like 2 years.
very good,
Um,
very good.
you'll probably see some new signs on the range, just asking everyone to follow the rules.
Yeah.
We
So what's the problem with the buckets, the balls and whatnot? People just, I mean, what's the
when I
problem with that?
stand with the starter, and we look at number one, people won't walk by us, going to the down the little parking lot with a bucket, and they put it in their trunk.
You ever tell them, say, no, this is,
Yeah.
and what they say?
They said, I'm saving it for tomorrow. I'm like,
No.
no, I'll give you the same amount tomorrow. You know,
It's like half full. It's like,
you know, because someone's leftovers and they're picking up,
yeah,
they wanna take home.
Yeah.
So they can hit it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I've also seen some where they just take it out of their bag from the trunk. You know,
so their own balls, you mean?
Oh, they
no,
probably
I
took
don't
them.
think so.
Took them a week
I doubt they would hit their
before.
own.
Well, I mean, so how do we put an end to that?
Well, we'll put the signs up. I've asked the starters to keep their eye on. It and to not be shy to say something,
Yeah.
and we'll go from there.
Okay. Very good.
Sounds like a plan.
We received hopefully some really good news today. Kevin Delaney's been working hard on trying to put a bond together that'll get us some bridge and bunker money.
Yeah.
Really?
So we're actually gonna go to town council in June and get that approved.
Really?
It sounds like we're gonna get around, well, I'm not gonna say it yet in numbers,
Yep.
but funding to both projects where we can get it done sooner than later.
With, in the fiscal year 25 years,
Yeah.
you're talking about starting from some,
Before the year ends.
before the fiscal year ends,
So
next fiscal year.
This 2024.
So you gotta. Oh, calendar year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, so I'm gonna throw this out to you, and then, if the funding doesn't come through for the bridges that we're looking for, would we consider contracting out to, Central, contacting Central? Cause that bridge that they built, right, that's the one that's sitting down there, I tell you, have you guys seen that thing? Has everybody seen that bridge?
Yeah.
Where's that bridge? Down by the shed.
Right.
It's beautiful. Have you, Dave, have you seen it?
Yeah.
What do you think? As a non-committee member, Dave Alfano, what do you think?
36 O'Connell Drive.
Huh?
It's nicer than the first one they put in.
Do you like the way it looks aesthetically?
Yeah, it's better than that.
So we have the central.
Right, that's a bridge, that's built.
Yeah.
That's the one, the one on 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, come by me.
I like it, because it's so high.
Hi, Dara.
It's now, this one here, that one that brought down there, Sid, that's a nice bridge. And if they can keep building them like
I
that.
tell you, it was beautiful, but if we don't get the funding, then, you know, what, if we have to go talk to them. And you wanna go meet with the professor, I'll be more than happy to go with you.
If
Because I just have, I put that bug in his ear.
If things don't work out with the current plans, of course, we have to come up with a new plan.
Right.
So. By then, it could be anything.
You know, bonding, you mean the state funds, or you say,
Town.
bonding here in town, and we have to pay,
Town,
then, of course, we pay the town.
town. We're not a special revenue fund, we're a special enterprise fund. We're not going to be,
So if the town pays for it, we don't have to go to DEP, but
that's correct, that's where you're going with this.
better.
That's why, they just haven't been working hard on it to try to do that. Cause if we have to wait for the bridges, it probably won't start until next year. Earliest.
All right, we go 3 years, it is more busy, yeah. Balls are flying too far, what do you mean?
I mean, you're. We were doing like a 200-yard max.
Yeah.
I mean, balls are flying into everywhere.
Really?
From, you know, deep into the woods to Maiden's parking to maybe hole 18, so.
Yeah, I think the driver's gotta stop up on top.
Yeah, but it's 200 yards, you can't say driver, there's certain people that can't hit a driver 200 yards.
No, but see, the thing is, the people that, what he's saying, the people that are hitting the driver, they're coming down over the building down there.
Really?
Yeah, you can see the balls. And I think, yeah, they're hitting.
Do we know who they are?
Well, they're big hitters, I mean, but they were there, but they should, I don't think a driver should be hit by anybody. I mean, he's probably not gonna hit it, but if you, and you're not probably gonna hit it, but if you're gonna stop a driver.
Well, that's why you need the yardage, no more than 100, 200, right, it's 200
Right.
yards, that's it,
Right,
that's it. You know?
and there's guys that are hitting it, and they're hitting the drivers out.
We'll reinforce it with signs.
Right.
We'll have the staff alert on like, hey, if you see it, let me know and.
Well, I know the pros do that, when they're giving lessons, if they're up there and they're with somebody and they say, okay, you get that driver, because I'm with you. You know, people look at that and say, well, I guess it's okay to do that, you know?
Well, maybe that's where I need a little help, you know?
Are those balls restricted?
No,
Maybe next time we get restricted balls.
I could, but it's gonna ruin the teaching program.
I just said, eliminate the driver, G wood, maybe you can hit a G wood, but the drivers, yeah, a lot of guys shouldn't play really high.
well, it's more than it's not, again, it's not the club, it's the yardage.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Right.
direction,
Yeah.
The direction it's on.
I mean, what can I say? I mean, it's hard to publish, right?
Yeah,
No,
It is. You can't fully-
All day,
You know, you're not gonna spend somebody, you're not gonna put somebody
You
there.
don't want somebody standing there
No,
watching.
no,
yeah. I just asked the staff to make sure that the signs are visible. And I'll put it in my newsletter. That's how we'll attack first.
Listen, I'll say this now, Mr. Harvey, the course is in great shape, right? I mean, yeah, there's a lot of little things that need to be done, but for the most part, the course is in great shape, it really is. And, you know, you guys should be commended on what you've done with it, you really should. You know, yeah, there's a lot of idiosyncrasies and, you know, but we're very passionate about the course, we all love, you know, want what's best for the course and all have good. But, you know, in all honesty, the course is in good shape, it really is. You guys have done a great job, you really have, you know? And Jerry, I'm saying that to you too.
Yeah.
And really, you know.
Actually, it made me think, as you were talking about netting, maybe we can look into netting on the roof or something, or whatever, but just help the maintenance out, but. I really don't know how to prevent golf ball from going there unless you don't.
No,
do that part.
Right.
We usually have netting down there,
Yeah, like where,
down by the shed, by the
like,
maintenance area.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, years ago, we had it.
like on the roof?
No,
On the side.
before, it was before where the tree line is down there.
I think it's going over, it's
They're going-
Yeah, the problem was the netting was
high enough. So, we'll observe and
Okay,
do our part.
so the re-entry, you're still going forward with that, when they come in, when the kids come in,
The what?
the kid, when there's,
When your part-time adults come in, you can
Yeah.
use them to do that.
okay. There's poison ivy in a lot of the bunkers now too, you know.
They're spraying, the bunkers, or they sprayed the bunkers this, so.
I saw them this week, I saw poison ivy in there on Tuesday, it's like, holy cow. this is-
I know poison ivy in the book.
You're asking me,
Goes everywhere.
that's, it's a weed, man, it's a weed. Right, but it's growing in the bunkers, I've seen it on the edges.
You could hire a guy to go around with weed killer and keep him employed all summer.
Yeah, well,
Well, I guess probably once we get the bunkers done, like, get the nice sand in there, you probably won't have that.
you still got to kill the weed.
But I don't think you'll have that problem if once we get the bunkers. Because I don't see why anything should be growing. Nothing to see. I mean, like,
Well, if we get that sand from Millstone, it probably won't go down.
no, I mean, seriously, I mean, once we
That
get the
sand
bunkers
has a
done,
lot
right?
of dirt in it, okay, that's
Right,
why.
yes.
That's why-
We don't have, definitely
Weeds
not
are
bunkers,
growing.
definitely not bunkers, that's not sand bunkers that we got right now. That's
Highway
mud.
is mud.
I got caught in it the other day with mud.
No,
I call it highway city.
Right.
All right, the Toro Breeze mower,
Yeah, we're excited to get that soon.
very nice, bridge update.
Like I said, good news today, county got the bonding from both projects. Before that, I kind of put that in the secondary burner, you know, just concentrating on the bunker, but today, hopefully, we'll get that back into play this year. Bunkers, we gave our 3 quotes to insurance company, they didn't change their claim.
Well, how can they not change their claim? They didn't use, prevailing wage, that doesn't, you know, you have to kind of go back at them, it's like, what?
Between, Steve Woznia, talking to them, you
Maybe it's
know,
time to get a new insurance company,
maybe,
you know, get rid of them.
Maybe.
You know, this is crazy, we're paying you money. You gave me a quote without prevailing wage, all of a sudden you tell me, oh, you know what, oh, we included it, it's a lot, that's BS.
the, just like any insurance company, they probably take the lowest one and go from there, right? So if that lowest one didn't change much, you know, they didn't change much, also didn't change much, so.
An attorney ought to go after.
Yeah, well. I'm not even going down with that, because you have an individual that did audit prevailing wage for different towns, right? That's what Jerry Curtis did. And he's read the statute just as I did and said, listen, this is up to negotiation. But a town attorney said it and said, no, so wait a minute, I got a guy that did the audits of them. Right, and said, yeah, you have some leeway here, and yet you're the attorney that says no. I mean, no offense, I can get an attorney to say anything I want, and I'm publicly saying that right now too. There you go, but here's a guy that audited for the state, prevailing wage, and understood what has to be done. And now you're telling me, oh no, because this is how I interpret it? Doesn't make sense, it just does not make sense.
I'm not in those conversations.
I know, I understand, but I said that publicly, and I hope that these individuals do see this.
With that, we are gonna draft an RFP for capillary concrete installation and bunker enclosures. That RFP should be done in the next couple weeks and then be put in public for about a month.
30 days, right?
Yeah, 30 days.
30 days, okay.
So that's where we are on bunkers.
All right.
There was a question about the T-box on the floor. Yeah, the first part, which was actually making a T-box there.
Phlegm, people have fuck in my hand.
We are extending the new T-box. So what you might see now looks halfway done, but it's actually a new phase of the T-box where we're adding new, more hitting surface, so T's can rotate more, so we don't kill the grass out fast, but also helps the ladies out a little more too, so.
Yeah.
So that's we hopefully getting going.
Or the shorter
Available
guys,
by the fall. Well,
like, you know,
I,
these guys.
the market is sprinkler head.
You'll get there, you'll get there, one.
So. Our question is, you know, we need the sprinkler heads marked. A lot of people have either some sort of.
GPS.
No, the sprinkler head. No, that was my comment, you stopped. That had nothing to do with being marked, I'm marked so they don't fall in them, because they're below ground.
Oh,
That's where
I thought you were talking about the
No,
yardage.
no, I could care less about the yardage.
alright. So you're
We're,
saying,
we're gonna have a lawsuit,
Like,
because I was actually ready to file a lawsuit. After I fell on one of those things, and I still have the video from it. And it was this far below ground, basically. And so it's happened more than once. That's where I'm coming from. Then he should be edged or just weed whacked and marked.
So you
And
can
just
see it.
mark, and people know
Yeah.
what's there, otherwise you're gonna have a lawsuit. And it's just better, I can care less about the yardage. No, that has nothing to do with the yardage.
Why are you doing it? That's it.
I wasted 10 minutes and,
No.
and your favorite tee boxes? We can put it on the list, you know,
We just can't throw dirt down there to level it off. I mean, some of them,
I mean. Well, not just that, I mean, I don't, maybe that's not, you know. The longevity of that, you know, it'll just be the same the next year, maybe.
what?
Oh, well, if you're just putting dirt on grass, that's, you can, so. Actually, obviously, it was, every time it rains, it's gonna wash out.
You think that's what caused it, just a constant washout?
Well, it's also a lot of usage, right? I don't know when was the last time we looked into leveling.
This has been brought up for, I
No,
mean,
but
the,
one
matter
year-
of fact, the men's club, even, there's a guy that offered to do them all. I'm not
Yeah, but
mistaken.
one, yeah, boosted, but one year they had a roller out there and level them off. That didn't work. I
Yeah,
mean,
because every mower has a roller. by the way.
exactly. But you need some weight
Yeah,
to get them really level, you would have to, that would take some time.
I mean,
Then you're compacting it so much, you gotta aerate it.
Exactly.
if there's a project we wanna look into, put on our list.
There's only a couple of them that have problems. There's only a couple that really have issues.
Oh, which one do you think?
14. 14 is definite, there's no doubt
You think
about that.
16?
No, 16, they just did 16.
16 is fine.
15 in the front. Looks like this.
15?
I say 8.
That's fine, I mean, there's only here,
That was part of the challenge of golf.
No.
Yeah.
It is a hole, they hit the ball.
That's safari golf.
13 has a drop like this here.
I always thought that was part
But I always push it to the right.
part of the charm.
Nah, man, that's not the.
13 is bad. Also.
Well, alright, we'll start with these 3 holes,
Okay.
15, 8.
Yeah.
I'll go on and the next day
Put a
or 2.
ball in and try to tee it up.
Well, that's usually how it has to be,
Right.
right? You know, if I can't find a flat spot somewhere there. That will be what you're talking about, right?
Thank you.
I've been playing golf, by the way. So don't tell
I
me-
saw you out there.
Don't tell me I was
I saw you.
Is that what you call that?
I didn't see a shot, but I saw him standing on the
So
tee.
with the clubs on the cup.
Some of the club that doesn't mean.
No, I just see him on number 9. I just see him fight on number 9.
I
You
saw
make a
him on
bogey?
8.
You make a bogey?
I saw him on
You made
8.
me nervous.
Yeah.
It's, I'm gonna, you know, we took down a ton of the trees, right? And they're doing a lot of work. Cleaning this stuff up. Why wouldn't they have just cleaned the whole thing up? I mean, start to finish, take away the debris and whatnot.
They have those on the list, the month maintenance list. Like number 10, 9, 5, 4.
Yeah,
They tell me they're gonna finish it by end of June.
well, why wouldn't we have just paid the contractor? Listen, you know, what's it gonna cost you, a couple more hours to have them come and take it away? I mean, it's just taking away from other things that need to be done, right? I mean, and if they're gonna do it faster and get it done, then it's over and done with, it start to finish, you know what I mean, complete. That's, especially like I noticed that on,
Well, sometimes
Green.
I think it's wet and they have trouble getting their
No.
equipment in there.
well, they knock the tree down, they can.
No, because they milled it, they grind
They
it out.
ground it out.
So you only had to do is come in there with a loader, pick it up, and then take it away. So if you did that, have them, they do the job. And so maintenance, our guys would have to do it, they just take care of everything, get it out of the way.
Our
And
guys,
some of that stuff we could use too.
yeah, no, our guys can level it off and.
Put the dirt in, whatever they gotta do.
Dirt-
They just take the other stuff away, so they don't, they gotta go put the dirt in there.
It's just, you know, it's just. It gives the appearance that it's, you know, you're moving along, otherwise, right now, there's spots here, spots there, spots, you know, and it's all over the place, it's crazy. It's like-
But,
It's happening.
like the other part that could run into too, because once you take it out, you have to put something in there right away, because now you gotta drop. And that's when knucklehead could be walking and fall into it. So there's
Well,
another
you won't
problem.
level it off, right? That's all.
So
It's just
gonna take some
going
time.
forward, something to think about, right? Because you're gonna have that with future CIP budgets anyway, but
So that'll take some, spend some of that money.
I don't think there's
Percentage shortage of projects.
No, no.
Right, Saul?
Right. So whole number two, phase one, what are you looking at that? And then we kind of go down the.
You.
Oh, wait a minute, did I get what you have? No, that's where we are right now, right?
Phase one for O2 is the new pitch surface on the left side,
Yeah.
and then less trees and rocks,
Wait a minute, what do you mean new hitting surface?
where you actually have grass.
Because it's like,
All rocks.
it's all rock, and you can't even, you can't.
So you're gonna put.
I'm talking about the left row,
God, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're
maybe
gonna,
a little in the trees.
are you gonna put irrigation in there too? What are you gonna do? It's just, if the trees are there, you can't grow anything, right?
You have to take trees out from the wall to the fairway. You
Yeah.
can't go from fairway to wall, because you might take too much and the hole's gonna change quite a bit.
Right.
We wanna expose the wall, the stone wall.
So you wanna show the wall off? Is that what you're trying to do?
Well,
It's an architectural thing, it looks nice.
I thought it looked nice, and Mark thought it would look nice, it would be nice to expose that a little bit too. But you can't take too many trees out there, cause, but you have to take some out.
So what are you gonna put in there?
What's that?
What are you gonna bring in?
Well, you gotta get a lot of the rocks out, and then, you gotta think about, resurfacing either with sod, or like as Jimmy said, these pine needles with,
Yeah,
The pine straw?
yeah, many options to cover.
no, because of that, like, I think if you don't have the irrigation system out there, nothing's gonna grow.
Nothing's gonna grow.
So, I think you gotta do, I would put the pine needles, because it doesn't make it look nice.
Yeah, but even if you put grass, I mean, you need 4 hours of sun a day in order to grow
I know,
grass.
you're not gonna be able to put that there.
It's too much shade.
And then the other thing,
If you take trees out, then.
But
next-
there's still shade, too much shade.
but what you got there now, you got a lot of roots there too.
That's correct.
And you got rocks there, so that's why I said, we'll go with the pine needle, it'll make it look pretty.
So you have to bring a couple trapes full of dirt to spread it, and then you have to put the pine needles over that.
Exactly, that's what I would.
That's really what you're looking at.
Yeah, I
Green
think
dirt,
it would
right?
be a lot easier to maintain.
This will be talked about and planned for a lot more in the next couple months. So,
Couple of berms on that side.
these are literally just ideas for myself, Jerry, and Mark. If we as a group wanna go there and spend an afternoon and just talk about stuff out, from to each other, that might be productive too.
I didn't even think about throwing off the wall, I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't even think about that.
Because right now, I mean, like you said, when you play there, and like, you hit your ball in there, I mean, it's gonna go there. But now, how do you play, what do you take? You gotta take it out of there, put nobody in the grass? Now you say, you just gotta find a grass spot to drop, because you can only get
But
a
there's no more
couple.
grass in there.
There's no grass there, it's all rock. So that's why I say, I would just mark it all up and say, bring it out to the first part of the,
Well, that's, first of all, it's a hazard, so no, you can't be doing that, but
what do you mean, Sam?
what are you talking about?
Have you, but he's saying on number 2, where all the rocks and stuff are, right? So if you go in there, you should be able to break, I would say just break that up, call it a hazard and bring it out to the,
With a penalty.
with a penalty. Well, you could have the penalty or just bring it out to the.
No, that's a freebie, you shouldn't be over there anyway.
Well, I mean, but you shouldn't have to be in there because you got no grass there.
No, I understand that.
If you had a pine needle there, I could hit off the
Okay, I
pine needle.
misunderstood, I misunderstood.
I could hit off the pine needle, but right now I can't hit off nothing. It's just all rock.
So you need to bring in some topsoil, right, and then
And throw the pine needle down. If I think-
level it off, and then take some trees out, right, and then put the pine straw in there.
And I think it would look pretty there.
If it does look.
But you gotta keep, you can't have carts going in there then,
No, you won't have no cars going in.
so you have to have,
You
people flying, they're always going in
You
there.
could make it a hazard from, say from 20 or 30 yards or feet from the stone wall, put hazard markers. And, maybe put a little more grass on the inside of
But
two.
like you said, grass is not gonna
It won't
go,
grow.
it won't go there. That's
There's no sun.
You have to put some soil and a little irrigation wouldn't help, wouldn't hurt either.
But
Yeah.
if the grass won't grow, so the soil has to come in, and then you have to put another surface over that, right? I mean, that's what you're talking about, and then prevent carts from going in there. They just kept, it, you know,
Well,
they
price won't go there once you put the findings in.
wanna bet, I can guarantee.
Oh.
Well, you go everywhere. You go everywhere. No, you
go in there
no,
now.
no, you shut them down because you got the GPS.
Well, that's it.
You got the GPS, you
Shut
gotta
it
shut
down,
them
and
down,
that's what,
so
so,
they won't be able to go in there. You know?
We'll see, you can probably
Alright.
get more trees out than here, I think.
Right.
So we'll, yeah, take a look at it.
very good, all right. And the cart path on number 5, so what, you gonna go around the other side? Very good, all right, nice. And that'll be this fall?
With once we get all our CIP from this golf season.
Yep.
These are the first two, so the number 2 is the first one we're gonna start.
So number 5,
You're gonna go around the other side.
so you got 4, so where it is, the way it's set up now, you're gonna come on the back side of the tee box.
Number 6 sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it,
Okay.
perfect, all right. Clock's going in tomorrow. All right, and then, okay, topic, outsourcing work around clubhouse, we've already addressed that one, right?
Yeah.
Running up. So we're doing the part-time new T-box on 4, yep, you started talking about that. Sprinkler heads, no, you misunderstood what I was saying, but now you understand. The T-box, now you know, perfect. Excellent. Very good. This is just fine. And golf pro report. So season pen, I mean, so we're up by 228 rounds so far this year, right? And that's what we're up, 228. So that's basically, what's that, a day, or is that 2 days worth of rounds?
A day.
It's a day, 1 day worth of rounds, okay, so, and that's phenomenal, that's great, 5,000 rounds. So far. Yeah, and we had quite a bit of rain, you're right, that's absolutely correct, so that's a good thing. Website of the fully stocked, how's the vending machine working out? Is that working out okay with him or no?
Yeah.
Mark said he liked it.
Yeah.
Good, St. Paul's. Yeah, the Lowell Award, that's a quite
Oh,
honor,
yeah,
right?
there you go.
Yeah, so you want to explain that one?
So
Please.
the Walter and Lowell Distinguished Public Course Award or Public Golf Course Award. So it's basically, we Mark applied for it earlier in the season, and this award goes to a public course that is most available to the many different kinds of demographics, provides different programs for kids, adults, men, women, and we host events there also, for the CTPGA. So we're lucky enough to receive that award, and basically saying we're the best public course in the state.
We're gonna send the foursome to
We
that.
got it in, yeah, we got it in 2005.
That's right.
We're tied with, what do you call it?
We have our foursome picked out yet?
We got it.
Wait a minute, Forson.
You didn't redeem now.
You play.
Yeah,
I'll play.
You play.
but there's
I'm out.
ceremony, May 28th, and
Yeah.
Raceway.
Racebrook.
Oh, is that what you're talking about?
No,
Yeah.
yeah,
Racebrook.
That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. All right, I'm in on that.
That's sport.
That's sport.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it was played these two guys and the other two.
You play there?
And then, yeah, like.
But no, kudos to all the staff in the years past.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You don't win that this year, your recognition starts prior to the years you win, and all the hard work everyone's done, I'm sure is
Yep.
finally recognized this year, so.
But it's on
Nice.
again.
and the software is working great and that's fine.
Yeah.
So. All right. Anything else for the good of the order? We have a motion to, if anybody wants to, motion to adjourn.
Yeah.
Hey, Saul, you got anything?
No.
Lucas, brand new, got anything going on?
No.
No?
Good meeting, first meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good meeting.
Yeah. Motion to adjourn by Jimmy Green, second by Sammy. Stop.
Does the public have any comments?
So he said no.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.